In the forsaken chapel of my mind, where incense should have burned with the divine grace of prayer, instead there hung the sickly stench of rotting flesh, torn sinew, and foul decay, where even the holiest gifts twisted, corrupted, and became nothing but profane relics, barely clinging to their sanctity. There I fell to my knees before her, the dreadful trinity, intellect, talent, and discipline. She embodied all three, my exquisite tormentor, my personal Lucifer, an intoxicating blend that made her both perilous and pristine. I, in the shadows, observed her with the fervour of a penitent as she wielded her gifts to a cruel precision. Each of her creations, a communion wafer on my unworthy tongue, disintegrating into ash. I wore the crown of intellect and talent, but without discipline. They clung to me like gaudy rings on a whore's filthy fingers. My hands had defiled the sacred, allowing it to decay in the beautiful prison of my own inertia. The works I had produced, those foul, hollow creations, half-truths, wrapped in a sticky, viscous coating, polymerized reflections of my despair. I kept them hidden, buried in the shadowed confessional of my room. I hid them because their brilliance mocked me, mocked my very existence. They stood as a testament to my failure, to my inability to harness what was most sacred in me. As a poet in perpetual flagellation, I recognized no difference between the saint and the sinner. The mirror that reflected my face showed nothing but the gaping black hole where ambition should have been, the squandered promise of my gifts. Each paragraph a smear of betrayal, each sentence a desecration of what could have been. And so, as the darkness in my soul deepened, madness began to seep in like a quiet, insidious lover. My mind, once a thing of wonder, transformed into a labyrinth of shadows, a maze of distorted reflections and ruined corridors. The world outside grew distant, blurry, and time itself became an illusion, a fleeting dream. I embraced it, this descent into chaos. There was a strange comfort, a perverse joy in the unraveling of my mind. Madness gave me a release, a freedom from the shackles of reason, from the suffocating weight of expectation and self-blame. I was no longer bound by the laws of logic, nor by the rules of creation. My failures had assumed the shape of a refuge, my indolence of a dark rite. I was free, free to shape my own reality, to inhabit a world where my flaws were not flaws, but divine traits. In madness, I was no longer bound by shame. In madness, I was free to create my own gods, to destroy them as I saw fit.